Hey guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Leaks and Theories. Today we got a lot to cover up with apparently Diancie's going to be playing a bigger part than we know, and can Zygarde be linked to Arceus? This is all going to be answered in today's video, so if you do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I think we just get straight into it. So we're starting today off with Light, and I do like talking about Light, because he does say some good stuff. Is it true? I don't know, but I quite like the stuff he says. And he has basically said, what if they've already teased a new legendary here? Obviously showing the clip of the the Mega Evolution announcement. I mean, obviously this means Megas are back, but what if the new legendary Pokemon will have the symbol of Mega Evolution, and the cry will be the same as the Mega that we use with the Mega gimmick? This has already happened with Terabagos, so who knows if we will meet the new Pokemon that was used to create the ultimate weapon, and hence Mega Evolution. A kind of bit of a spoiler for the for the Indigo Plateau, obviously Terabagos being linked to terrestrialization. Thing is, Mega Evolution is the only gimmick that doesn't have a legendary tied to it. Z moves has Necrozma, G-Max, Tinnitus, terrestrialization, Terabagos, and then obviously they say this skill point. So, but then this could also, you could also kind of make the argument in that sense that this could be the time that they actually have that Pokemon linked to it, because like I said, you know, we've got all the other gimmicks have got Pokemon linked to it. This could be the time that they do have the Pokemon linked to Mega Evolution. And you gotta remember, it was the first one they made, so it wasn't necessarily always gonna have a Pokemon linked to it. They could just be going back and fixing past mistakes. Lucifer did say though that Game Freak doesn't repeat gimmicks though, so this theory falls apart. Which, you know, do they repeat gimmicks? No. Yes. They're bringing Mega Evolutions back, but it's a remake, so you don't know. I don't really know what else to say about this one, or at least they don't like to repeat gimmicks. I don't think they're opposed to reruling like this when it comes to their most successful one. Even now, Megas have the effect on the current gen. The Paradox Mon seem like they panned it at its finest. Nothing wrong with it, but I think that they could capitalize easily, which is very true. Like, they released Mega as the first gimmick that they ever released, and it is the best, there's no denying it. It's also worth pointing out that Mega Evolution predates the ultimate weapon, as while the weapon is 3,000 years old, the super ancient Pokemon, including Rayquaza's Mega Evolution, are from Hoenn's primal age, obviously linking back to Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, it's called Mega Pagos, and it's 1 millionth of Terabagos. So obviously, you know, I think the comments are kind of taking the mick out of Light a little bit, and I understand why. It's a very rogue shout. It is. Ultimately, it is a very rogue shout. But it was just a little bit of a theory that he's coming up with. Is it necessarily going to be true? No. But what can you say? Moving on to another theory by Light, and obviously the last one wasn't the best, so can he make it up with the next one? So, if the plot of Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be involved with the vital energy, remember that AZ took vital energy of the Pokemon to shoot the ultimate weapon. A good plot could be that the same life of Lumiose City is going to be absorbed to shoot the ultimate weapon, or something related with it. Reference to FMA with the transmutional circle. Don't know what that meant. So this means that the villains want to sacrifice all the citizens and Pokemon of Lumiose City in order to get the vital energy of them. But we can't say that Lumiose City is in the same timeline as X and Y, so probably some events are different / never happened. Not a terrible theory. Obviously, it's going back with a lot of, it's kind of making up a story from what we got from AZ. You gotta remember this, you know. So this has been translated. So if we translate this post, will Kalos be called as is, or will it have something like Sinosa Hisui? With what Light said is not translatable. So this is some deep sorry if you don't like it. Obviously, like, once again, it's a theory, so essentially the Prism Tower is going to be used as the ultimate weapon. Once again, we don't know. This, like, it will 99.9% end up not happening, but these are just some cool things to think about. The game, we still got members minimum a year away. We don't even know if we're going to be getting a new game this year, so you just sit back and enjoy the theories. Obviously the main reason he's thinking this is you've got these circles, which a lot of people are pointing out about these circles, and there's another theory coming in this video pointing out these circles from Light as well, and they obviously they match on this picture which I'm not actually recognized, to be honest with you. I don't recognize what this picture is from, but if it's Lumiose City, then it makes sense. You could make the argument. But is it going to happen? No. Is it a good theory? Yes, it's entertaining. That's the main thing. Moving on over to Soul Silver art, we're going to be giving Light a bit of a break. We're going to move on to a bit of Soul Silver art, and they was looking at the Pokemon Legends ZA logo again. It's interesting that the Pokemon letters are in pink. Could this be just the theme of Kalos being the region of beauty and fairy, and that will be beautifying Lumiose City in Pokemon Legends ZA, or could it also point a fairy type Pokemon playing a key role in this game, maybe even the potential A legendary? Obviously, we got Pokemon Legends X, we got Pokemon X and Y, and we got Pokemon Legends Z, which Zygarde. A is still up for grabs. We don't know who that's going to be, we don't know what it's going to be. I personally hope not though, because Fairy is my least favourite type / designs, unless they go majestic route like they did with Xerneas, which is flawless. And they're saying that it kind of reminds them of Diancie, and the Pokemon I can't really remember. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember his name. But obviously, Diancie did play a big part, especially in the film of Pokemon Legends, well, Pokemon X and Y, or the Kakuna destruction in the film. Obviously, he's a big part of that. So maybe there could be more to Diancie that we know about. It was very, very much forgotten about Diancie being the mythical Pokemon, and then Carbink kind of being his protector. It was very forgotten about. It was very just rushed over in the film and even in the games more. But what else can we think? I don't really know. So Iggy P says just the faded blood of the fallen in the Kalos War, which I mean, no, it's not, but it would be quite a gruesomely cool design, to be fair. Zach Rowe says that yeah, not many fairy types I like. I like the idea of going around that because Rayquaza showed the game symbol as the symbol showed in the trailer. That Rayquaza might be a significant role. And then Soul Silver art, I'm not going to talk about that soon because it's definitely a big deal. I'm going to talk about that soon, sorry, my bad. Maybe we'll be able to play the game in the clear color coded mode. This might be a way to find all cells for Zygarde. I kind of hope not, because it's not too pleasing. I completely not agree. That's an awful idea. Imagine playing the whole game and it looks like this. Like playing the whole game and it looks like that. Like, it would be, well, I guess it'd be like a little game mode, I guess, but it would just not look good with it. It would not be the best thing they've ever done it at all. I think that's an awful choice, and that would be an awful design. I'd love that fairy types are one of my favorite types. It has a Magneria color scheme, kind of. There we are. Interesting, since she debuted in the Gen 6 movie, Diancie also kind of the only Gen 6 mom with a Mega. Very true. And Soul Silver agrees, but that's very true. That is the only Generation 6 Pokemon with a Mega Evolution, which maybe could be more important than we realised. Yeah, I think it's the first time they used the colour pink for the majority of the Pokemon logo on the games. Back in the 90s, they're likely afraid that little boys won't buy it because it's pink, so they never did this before. They're saying that they sold and bought it, but then obviously it was back in the 90s, it's a different world today. It's Magneria's colour scheme, very interesting. Is it? No, it's not. But Soul Silver Art did pin this tweet and re-quote tweet to it with this massive post. Zygarde must be a titular. I don't know what that means though. I feel like I should search that up. Okay, so basically it just means that Zygarde's name is in the title of the game. Forgive me. Pokemon of Pokemon Legends Z to A, but what if the pink and grey logo is actually referring to Diancie having a big part to play too? Pokemon Legends Z to Arceus' titular Pokemon was a mythical Arceus, so many fans thought the next Legends game would follow the mythical pattern, Legends Celebi, Legends Victini, etc. I didn't really think Legends Victini, a lot of people thought Legends Zygarde. I don't really think that the idea of Arceus being a mythical was the reason they chose Arceus. Celebi, yes, that was thrown around a lot. Victini, I didn't see much of that at all. It was always Kyurem in my opinion. Not only that, but Diancie is obviously connected to / made of gemstones. There's still so much mystery around Megastones. Could she be connected to how they are created? After all, Diancie is the only Gen 6 Pokemon to get a Mega that makes her look like a queen of gemstones. Also, Pokemon Legends ZA is a Generation 9 game, and Gen 9 was full of gemstone theming due to the Terra Crystals. Could Terrestrial and Mega somehow be connected through Diancie? Lastly, the lore surrounding Diancie and Carbink is very mysterious and interesting. and it could be easily expanded on. Obviously, so here's a picture of Mega Diancie, and to be fair, it does make it look like a Queen of Diamonds, not the playing cards. Moving on, Arceus, obviously, these are the Mega Evolutions, and then this is the type of these are the terrestrialization stones you got in Generation 9's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And obviously they tweeted out one day I like to go onto my Twitter and I like to see someone like Soul Silver Art tweet at me and tag me in there. So the day you do that, I will be very happy. Also, underneath Area 0 is a place where Carbink can spawn. Very true. Is that linking to something that we don't really know about, or is that literally just the fact that Carbink's made out of diamonds and they thought that's a cool place to put Carbink? We can't sleep on that, obviously. If I had to pick somewhere to put Carbink in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I would choose there because it just makes sense. It's a cave of diamonds, it's a Pokemon of rock and diamonds. Can you please say it in layman's terms? What the heck is titular? I know it's not, but it sounds naughty. Fair enough. Basically, yeah. Explain what I said. It basically just means the title of the game. I thought Diancie had made a Mega Stone / Keystone in the movie. I mean, she made a diamond for Bonnie, and through their bond, she Mega Evolution. I haven't seen the film, but they are usually aren't canon. Still, the lore had to come from somewhere, so that could be relevant. I've heard that the A could actually be the sign for Lambda, another Greek alphabet. Drew. If that's the case, then that could be a whole new section of Pokemon aligned to the entire alphabet, and they said they're going to address that tomorrow, which I haven't got that in today's video. But quite a cool theory. What do you think? Diancie, Carbink, could they be more connected than we realise? Moving on over to a new account, it's the Kalos Collective, and they're quite a small account. If you actually look, they've only got a handful of followers, 79 followers. Kalos enthusiast Pokemon Legends at A reveal is a dream come true, to be honest. Very true. I'm very happy. Anyways, fun fact about Zygarde's best. Sorry, everyone's autocorrect strikes again. It should read nest, not best. Zygarde's nest in Terminus Cave. It's shaped like complete Zygarde. 3 of the 4 items here are the Creation Trio's orbs. I have to wonder if Zygarde has a closer connection to Arceus than it was originally let on. Meaning, obviously, this is the cave you find Zygarde in. I have never really got that far. I can't really remember. I won't lie to you. Very long time ago. This is complete Zygarde. Can you see a connection? Personally, I can't. To be honest with you, I don't see it. I understand what it means in the sense of like, so obviously he's got 4 arms. These are the 4 arms. I think maybe it can be a bit of a stretch, personally. But bonus X and Y fact: an assistant in Sycamore Lab will tell you that Professor Sycamore learned a lot from Professor Rowan and Sinnoh, further connecting Sinnoh and Kalos. Once again, are there much connections between Sinnoh and Kalos? Obviously, you got Lucario, which is a big connection. I understand, but no, I don't know. But put in the comments below if you know many connections of Sinnoh and Kalos. I can't think of many on top of my head, because people will be like, oh, Kalos is connected to Paldea because of the massive cannon was shot up, and apparently it was actually the big crater in Pokemon Legends Scarlet and Violet. Maybe, but apparently there's connections to Unova, so could Kalos just be connected to all the regions? Who knows at this point, honestly. But Soul Silver Art did quote retweet this saying, interesting, what a wonderful little find. I think I can see the complete Zygarde shape. Glad you can, because I can't. Maybe this was always a cheeky hint Game Freak left in Pokemon X and Y to tease that Zygarde would eventually become in Pokemon Z, but Z didn't happen. That makes a lot more sense. A lot of people are kind of saying that Pokemon X and Y teased the Pokemon Legends Z to A, but I know Pokemon obviously do their games years in advance, but we're not talking 11 years in advance, or 12, 13, if you think of the years it took them to make X and Y. However, them teasing Pokemon Z would make a hell of a lot more sense. And obviously, I feel like Pokemon Legends Z to A is just them picking up where Pokemon Z left off. Blaze Incineroar did tweet out saying, what if we get 2 cancer boss battles in Z to A? 1 with 5 different Rampaging Mega Evolutions. 2 is with 5 different Zygarde cores. Be quite cool, to be fair. Is it possible that Zygarde may have something similar to an origin form or primal form where Legend Z to A comes out? Maybe. So then I always find it interesting that in the first episode of Generations they showed Red visiting Terminus Cave at some point, but in the chamber where he finds Zygarde looks aesthetically way different than in game. and he encounters Zygarde's complete form rather than the 50%. Obviously, this being Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Generations, even. Sorry, which, you know, quite interesting. I haven't seen it actually. I probably should watch it. I remember I watched the first about Generation 1, so I probably should watch Pokemon Generations. Considering, let's get down there. Considering that these shorts released around the same time as Generation 7, I wonder if it's a small peek to what they planned, or at least conceptualized, to happen in Pokemon Z. But they had to scrap it in the end, and it was just a remnant of those ideas. Once again, it wouldn't surprise me. They do leak a lot of stuff in prior games and TV programs about the next games, and Pokemon Legends Z being cancelled was obviously on no one's plans, so I would believe that if that was the case. Okay, we got a bit of a weird one, and it's from a Pokemon game that I didn't expect to actually leak anything. New Pokemon Snap, and obviously I made a video on New Pokemon Snap a while ago, then I released a second episode but didn't do as well, so I haven't actually carried on with the game. Maybe I should stream it, who knows? I've been saying I'm going to stream a lot recently, so maybe I should get back into it. But New Pokemon Snap could give us some hints about the plot of Legends Delta A. In Ruins of Remembrance, there is a mural that maybe his English is a bit weird. Lumiose City with 6 Pokemon inside. Volcarona, Steelix, Milotic, Magnium, and Wishy-Washy with Xerneas in the middle. That seems that all of protecting the region from a meteorite. In Delta episode from ORS, we prevent the impact of a meteorite with Mega Rayquaza. Could the same happen again in Pokemon Legends Delta A? Very, very unlikely. But still, so this is the picture from New Pokemon Snap. And to be fair, if you look at it, it could very well be Lumiose City. As you can see here, you've got meteorites coming down, you've got Pokemon, and you've got this big circle. Obviously, we know Lumiose City is a circular city, and Xerneas in the middle, kind of watching on. So this is more of a zoomed in. Xerneas is actually in the middle, and then you've, like I said, Volcarona, up here, Magnium, Wishy-Washy, can't see, is a Steelix there, and Milotic, with, obviously, like I said, we've got Xerneas in the middle, and if you're depicting an old Pokemon legend, the 6 Pokemon are protecting something, and it actually has a bit of a better picture than that picture, but we move on. And then obviously this kind of showing that it resembles it very tightly. You've got the 5 Pokemon around here with 1 in the middle, and you've got the 5 circles around here with 1 in the middle. And then obviously you've got the picture of Rayquaza destroying the meteorite back in Pokemon or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But they have also said there is Magnium Terra Raid this month, which, I mean, that could just be a hell of a coincidence, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a hell of a coincidence. I won't lie to you, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a hell of a coincidence, but it is a pretty big coincidence. And I think we will definitely know if this theory has something to it if these Pokemon start to pop up. So we've got Magnium having obviously a raid this month. If, for example, Milotic has one, or Volcarona, Steelix, maybe not Wishy-Washy, but then they'd have to give Wishy-Washy one, then this definitely has some legs to it. Or this could be a cool thing for Pokemon Legends New Snap. Interesting observation. Is this taken from the past? Thank you. Moving on. So this is a very similar post. Xerneas and Vental slept for 1,000 years at the end of their lifespan. We've never seen perfect Xerneas and perfect Vental since they have said to reach the end of lifespan 800 years ago from X and Y. By the way, why is Lumiose Plaza depicted? Thank you. On Snap's ancient ruins. Maybe where they got it from. Soul Silver Art tweeting this, linking up to Soul Silver Art, and they actually did tweet it out, which this is new to me, so this is exclusive. I normally prepare these, so this is completely not the exclusive. One, spin-off games are usually not canon, not developed by Game Freak, very true, so this may mean nothing at all, but if this was Lumiose City, the 5 to 6 plazas would be ancient in nature, meaning those spots were there before Lumiose City was. We could also speculate that it's possible for Pokemon depicted in the areas to get all Megas or Special Boss / Right Form / Evolutions, Milotic, Volcarona, Steelix, Wishy-Washy, Magnium, Xerneas, but I think that they were special. They were just the special new Snap Pokemon, so this is very unlikely. Other interesting possibilities are the 5 meteors depicted in the murals that could have landed in those 5 spots. Were they a threat or important some way? And of course, the big question is, what were these 6 Pokemon protecting? Zygarde underneath Lumiose, an alien A Pokemon that fell with the meteorites. Personally, I don't think any of this will connect to the Pokemon Legends Z to A. To be honest, we don't even know if the mural is Kalos / Lumiose. It just resembles it and has Zygarde in the middle. Seems like it's just the Lental region, obviously the region that it's based in. Point 2 is about Xenius and Yveltal and how their dormant forms work, so which can be realistically applied to other theories, and will be soon. So obviously this is actually a bit of a better picture of the ancient ruins in Pokemon Legend, New Pokemon Snap. So yeah, I get where they're coming from. It is just a circle. This doesn't even mean it might not even be a city. It might just be the Earth. We have to remember that. I'm basically explaining the circle situation, and then obviously these are, that looks like the tree, and yes, I'm not too sure what that is entirely. So that's the ruins of remembrance. I'm guessing that is, yeah, that's in the Lental region. But I was asking about what the third image is, literally those ruins from New Pokemon Snap in the Lental region. So, you know who else is related to meteors? Rayquaza. Yes, but so were Kyurem, Eternatus, and Deoxys. So, very true, very interesting points to be fair. And this tweet actually came out mid-recording this video, so that's quite funny. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Longer videos today. Hope you did enjoy. Let me know if you liked it, and I'll see you guys soon.